1 of 1 here tonight. The Rockets have hit 11 of 14 at the line in this fourth quarter. So Nick Anderson, who has been struggling the last 2 games, not able to hit with open looks, hits an impossible shot.
And the fact that Brian Shaw, the inbound passer, had already looked Nick off. Nick was the first option coming along the baseline. Brian Shaw couldn't get him the ball initially and then finally came back to him.
Timeout has been called by the Magic. So Orlando has 1 timeout left. And Houston with 2 remaining and 2 2/10 seconds to go.
Well, I think the reason for the 22nd timeout was to try and ice Sam Cassell here, make him think about it a little bit. Obviously, the Magic, after a make or miss, have to use their last timeout.
2 2/10 seconds remaining. And Sam Cassell will head to the line. Looked like a couple of the Magic players were trying to get into the head of Sam, was just laughing it off. There's Brian Shaw over for a last gasp try at psyching him out. Well, 1 more shot. Orlando does have a timeout remaining.
The way the bench of Orlando is indicating that they don't think they have a timeout. They're kind of waving off. Well, they got it. I just saw Dennis Scott over there giving a wave-off sign, but as looking at Horace Grant, but they had to know they had this last timeout.
So it comes down to the Magic setting up for a 3 to tie the game. 2 2/10 seconds left. The Rockets 106. The Magic 103. The Orlando Magic in need of a 3-point shot to tie the game with 2 2/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Look at the Magic 3-point shooting this evening.
I think the Houston Rockets have to foul immediately, but be careful not to foul somebody who's shooting a 3-point shot, which would then give them 3 free throws. The end of regulation in game 1, the Rockets totally broke down. Dennis Scott makes the 3, overtime.
Well, there's absolutely no reason to guard anybody inside the 3-point line. I don't care who's standing in there. Everybody just get out. If you're the Houston Rockets, try to get out around the perimeter, which is going to make it very difficult for the Magic to get the ball in anywhere close in that 23 to 25-foot area. So we'll see how that Shaquille O'Neal is in the game, and I'm a little surprised at that because he's obviously not a 3-point threat, and an offensive rebound doesn't do them any good.
Anderson has hit all 4 of his 3-pointers in the second half. Ryan Shaw will inbounds. Mathis making certain Sam Cassell gives the proper room. Here's Hardaway, pumps it up, and that will do it. Sam Cassell lands on top of Penny Hardaway. The Houston Rockets have defeated the Orlando Magic 106 to 103, and they now lead this best of 7, 3 games to nothing. The Rockets led once again by the combination of Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler.
Well, Penny Hardaway did a good job of coming to meet that ball, and on the release, no contact there, and he fell down and actually undercut Sam Cassell, who fell on top of him well after the play.
Let's go over to Hannah Storm, who has Hakeem and Clyde.
Yes, quite the five slam and jam combination here, Mark. Clyde, the team seemed to come out tentative, but your hunger and intensity just willed them to victory.
I just thought both teams were playing extremely hard. This was a hard-fought contest. Neither team wanted to lose, and I thought we were fortunate to win it.
Hakeem, along with yourself, he could be co-MVP of this final so far. What has Clyde's performance meant to this team?
Well, you can see how much he does in the fast break. One-man fast break, he creates so much problem for the opponents.
Did you ever imagine that you would be up 3-0 against the Orlando Magic?
Well, this is incredible. Thank God.
Can you close it out on Wednesday night, Hakeem?
Well, that's our game plan. I hope so.
All right, we'll see you then. Mark?
Thank you, Hannah. Hakeem, 31 points, 14 rebounds. Clyde with 25 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. Another big game for Robert Horry with 20 points, 11 of his 20 in the fourth quarter, including a huge three-point shot, and Robert Horry is with Hannah.
Robert, you hit two huge three-pointers, the one with 8 minutes to go, really keying this team up emotionally, and then the big one at the end of the game. How key was it you guys finally started taking those open shots?
I was very fortunate to make that last one. I just wanted to try to get it up quick because I felt like after I made that first one, my rotation was down. I was ready to get him up. And Dream kicked it out to me. I should have kicked it back to him, but I said, I'm going to take this three to try to put us up.
How tough is it going to be for you guys the next few days? You got 3 days to wait to try to wrap this thing up.
I think it's good. I think we done came out so emotional ready these last 3 games that we need a little rest so we can get really prepared for their offense, because we kind of struggled with it in the first half because we didn't have our traps down. So I think these 3 days off will help us out a lot.
Okay, thanks, Robert. Great game. Coming out party for you in this series. Mark?
Yes, another outstanding all-around game for Robert Horry. As you saw that impressive stat line, it's a 3-0, the Rockets over the Magic. Coming up next, Robert Conrad, starring in NBC's newest action-adventure series, Search and Rescue, based on incredible real-life rescues by Rangers. Again, the final score, the Rockets 106 and the Magic 103. And the Rockets, going for their second consecutive NBA title, lead the best-of-7 3-0. For Matt Kukas, Bill Walton, Ahmad Rashad, Hannah Storm, and Bob Costas, I'm Marv Albert saying so long from the summit in Houston.